using a professional.
Hello, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman with the Strat-O-Matic Network. I'm doing very nicely. Spoke to my son, had a great call, and he's doing well. And therefore, I'm doing well. You know, there's an old expression, you're only as happy as your most unhappy child. I'll tell you, parenting is not easy for a nut like me who worries to no end. In any case, we're going to, as I had said, I was going to, and as promised, here it is. I said I'm either going to finish this game up this evening, we're already after we've gone 7 innings, or tomorrow. Now, tomorrow at 7 a.m. will be a doubleheader. Will be the second game of this doubleheader. And for those of you who might be interested, I don't know that it's that interesting, but and again, this is for September 17. It will be Skip Lockwood for the Pilots and Billy Wynn for the Chicago White Sox. Skip Lockwood. In fact, I'm not sure he's even carded, Skip Lockwood, but I think I have him. I do have him. I have him from my stash here. My non-carded stash. There he is. I might as well copy and paste him already. He's going to be starting. That's going to be for tomorrow. Might as well while I'm doing it. Copy and paste him for tomorrow. It's nice to be playing a game, at least 2 innings of a game, if that many, in the evening, if you will. It's 6:02 p.m. And it's a 4-2 ball game. Nyman has been really something since he was shaky in the early innings, but has retired 9 in order and 11 out of 12, I guess. 11 out of 12. Or 3, 6, 9. I'm really bad at this. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 out of 9. Actually, that's only 2 outs. I mean, that's consecutive. That's a double play. I forget about it. Anyway, it's going to be Nyman again. Nyman, in his 3rd inning of endurance, and it'll be Huffley. The Pilots are down by 3. Huffley 1 for 3 today. And here's Nyman now. The pitch from Nyman. And that's going to be 6-2 left-handed. He walked him. So this is the first base runner since the 5th when he let up a leadoff walk to Harper, and he was left on. Huffley is on. He's going to be a 1-21 with a lead. To 21, 1-19. That's what that looks like to me. And he can't be out if he tries for the lead. Let's hold him, and let's try for the lead here. 2-5. The stealing. I responded to you, Kenyon, Mr. Gray. Stealing's working very, very nicely for me. That's a 6. He does not get a lead. He will not go. It's 1-16. I'm doing it right now. He'll be 1-12. Did I say I was holding him? Yeah. He's 1-12, 1-8, and then 1-13 now. Yeah. So he's not going to go. He's being held. And here's Wayne Comer. They need 3 runs anyway. I'm not going to start with trying to steal right now. Here's Nyman from the stretch. The pitch to Comer. That's 5-5. Right-handed. He struck him out. That's number 8 for Nyman. And you look at Nyman. Really pitching incredible. 5.29 ERA. Wood is available. He pitched in this in real world. Here's Danny Walton now. Walked, doubled, left on, and struck out. Walked left on. Here's the pitch. That's 4-10 right-handed. It's a ballpark slash. Right-handed, that's a 6. That might go through in Chicago. And it does. It's a base hit. And suddenly Nyman is 1 hit or walk away from fatigue. Wood is available. I'm going to tell you that right now. Wood is available. And I'm going to tell you something. We may bring him in right now. Wood is a left-hander like Nyman. We're going to bring him in. That's it for Nyman. Some of you may say, well, that was quick. Well, yeah. He's 1 hit or walk away from fatigue, and they're going to nip it in the bud. Take him out. He gets a good hand from the hometown crowd for pitching very good baseball. He pitched 7 1/3. He's the winner of record. Patton the loser. He allowed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. This was his first hit since the 3rd. He walked 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, one of them intentionally. He struck out 8. He's allowed only 1. He's responsible for first and second. It's going to be Wood coming in, and he is eligible for the save in our world. Wood is taking his warm-ups, and Wood is ready. And here's Greg Goosen now. In fact, if the Pilots, we don't have 2 full innings here, assuming that the White Sox hold on. We've got about 1 2/3 of an inning left in this ball game. It's a brief continuation. Here's Wood, unless the Pilots come back. Goosen has the power. He could tie it up in 1 swing. Here's Wood now. First and second, 1 out. The pitch to Goosen. That's going to be 5-4, right-handed. It's a catcher X. That's going to be Herman 4-5. That's 4-5-3-4. It's a WG. That may be a wild one. Whoa. That may be a Wilbur uncorking. Something wild. Herman is an E5. That's going to be 6-12-16. That doesn't smell right. It is also an error. Oh my God. It's a WGE1. I don't know that I've ever had one of those. A 6-12-16 E5. I'm sorry, E5. Wait a minute, that's 6-12-16. Yeah, it's a WG. E1, it's an error. I guess we would call it an error, a squibber of some type by Herman. And that will load the bases. That's not exactly what we were hoping from Goosen, but it's better than an out. So it's bases loaded with one down. It was an E1. And here comes Jerry McNertney now. Okay, Wilbur now from the stretch. Infield is back. The pitch to McNertney. That's going to be 2-9 left-handed. Oh my! Oh my! It's hit deep. It's a grand slam. Oh my! Jerry McNertney has just hit a grand slam home run off Wilbur. And you know, Wilbur, I've been talking about Wilbur all year. He's had such an erratic year. This is 2-9, and it's left-handed. It's home run 1-15. It was a 3. We can look at it all day if you like. And suddenly Seattle, I believe, has taken a one-run. They have taken a one-run lead. They lead it 4-3. The run by Goosen is unearned. I'm going to assume that's how that works. It is a grand slam home run by Jerry McNertney. Lord. How do you like that? You never know what's going to happen. And for Jerry, that is home run number 9. He had 8 in real world, and his 9th is a big one here in the top of the 8th. And look at that. Bainey. The winner of record now. And Wood the loser. And coming in next inning will be Locker. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Whoa. Getting way ahead of ourselves. There's McNertney, if you want to look at it again, 2-9 right-handed. Left-handed. Home run 1-15. So it's 1 out and nobody on, and here's Fred Stanley. We'll keep Wilbur in there. Nyman ends up being responsible for 3 runs, and Wilbur for 2, one of them unearned, and he is the loser of record. Patton off the hook for the loss. And here's Stanley now. All right, Wilbur now. The full windup. The pitch to Stanley. That's going to be 4-8 left-handed. Grounds it back to Wilbur, and he throws it to first for the second out. That was a 4-8 left-handed. What a turnaround. 4 big runs here in the top of the 8th to make it a 5-4 ball game. A grand slam home run with the bases full. It would have been a home run off of Nyman, who was a left-hander. Same role. because the butterfly effect might have probably would have not made it a home run. Now Wilbur, the pitch to Euler. That's 4-8 right-handed, grounds it to short for Morales, and he throws it over to Spence, and the side is retired. So how do you like that, everybody? You bring Wilbur in, you're hoping you're gonna be able to let him save the ball game. As Nyman gets tired, or almost got tired, to have Wilbur then allow the home run. Now Wilbur, if you take a look, he allowed 13 home runs in 120 innings. That's not a bad, but it happens. A little more than once every 10 innings. More than one every 9 innings, average, whatever it is. And look at that, 5-4 ball game, and it's going to be Bob Locker, who is nice and rested. Bainey, 4-5-6, pitched 1 inning. He's the winner of record. Fair is fair, 1 hit, struck out 2, no runs. Fuentes and Bainey, I was talking earlier, they're very good today, after Patton had trouble. Allowing 4 in 4. And here's Bob Locker, their so-called ace, with 10 saves. And Locker is eligible for a save here if he finishes up. And Locker comes out, he's going to take some warm-ups there. What a turn of events. It's a relatively meaningless ball game. But it has been very enjoyable. I've enjoyed playing it, the first part, and just to relax and sit around and have a good time. Locker knows that mound, huh? He knows that mound, Kenyon? Really? Was he on Chicago? Was he? I try to understand what things mean. You could mean it very generally, or that he knows pitching, or you could say that he knows the mound in Chicago. Even though it might be a little different year to year. Every mound is different. I mean, they're supposed to meet specifications, but no mound is exactly the same. All sorts of different kind of dirt you have. You ever see some folks, some pitchers, they'll dig into that dirt by that rubber to get a good piece. Koufax used to do that. And I wondered, well, how is that for the other pitcher? What if the other pitcher doesn't like it that way? I guess they can play with it themselves. Koufax used to really dig into that mound, get himself a nice wedge to dig into with his, I guess it would be with his left foot. Oh, did he, Kenyon? Okay, so I'm getting you. I completely get you now. It's going to be Herman, Christian, and Morales here in the Bottom of the eighth, the task, the mission that Bob Locker has chosen to accept, he has no choice, is to pitch 2 scoreless innings and get the save. That's the task. Oh. Oh, that's good. Oh. Here's Locker now. He's ready. Of course, we'll have him hit in the ninth, unless he gets hit here. The pitch to Herman, 110 right-handed, pops it up to first. And that's going to be for Goosen. 1 down. That was a 110 right-handed. Now here's Bob Christian. Christian 0 for 3, reached on an error, which brought... I suppose that brought Christian home. Christian, I'm sorry. Christian is 1 for 3. He doubled and scored on the error, I believe it was. Oh, no. It was on the single by Williams, no-neck Williams. Okay, here's the pitch to Christian. That's 5-3. And it's grounded back to Locker. X. He is a 115. That's pretty good. Oh, the one part. I guess 15's okay. Here's Locker 115. That'll be a 6-1. He gets it on a G3. And he's an E15. You don't want any funny business here. Uh-oh, that's 5-9-12 E15. Oh, he boots it. Oh, my. Locker with the error. Whoa, on a 5-9-12 E5. Wait a minute. There it is. E15, I'm sorry. And, and it's 5-9-12. It was 5-8-12. It's a G3 E1, everybody. And of course, we usually don't think we have to look, but it can't hurt. So Christian is the tying run on first after the error by Locker. Second error today for Seattle. Christian, worth looking at, worth trying to get a lead at. And let's try it. If he does, he has to go. Locker is a 0 hold with McNertney. He's a +1. We're gonna try to get the lead. It's an 8. We don't, and he'll hold. And now we will. Can we unhold? I think for this, I'm wondering, can I unhold now? Shit. In other words, I held him. But when you play solitaire, I should hold him as long as he's on this base, because it's just not fair. folks. Do you understand? Does anybody out there know what I'm talking about? It's just not fair. I could have unheld him now. It would make it be perfectly logical to try to unhold him. At least on this at bat. I have never read anywhere that you can't unhold somebody. Okay? He does not have the lead, and he will not be held. I think that's fair. And here's Morales. If anyone else, I'm going to have to ask that question of somebody. Maybe I'll see if Demos is around. Okay, here's Morales now. 0 for 3, he reached on the error. Locker from the stretch. You can unhold anytime. Anytime, even Mr. Gray, after the runner tries and fails to get a lead. Alrighty. Yeah, because it doesn't apply there. The hold does not apply. You know what I'm saying? Here's the pitch to Morales now. And that's going to be 4-4 right-handed. That's a ballpark slash. That's nothing to scoff at. But it's a 14. Oh my, right-handed. Where are we? Shit. And that's going to be stopped. Oh, what a beautiful catch by Euler. Oh my. He likes to drink, but I'll tell you, he can play shortstop any day for me. I don't care if he hits 165. It was a 14 in Chicago on a right-hander, and that's a liner to short. If I've ever seen one. And that's 2 away. And here comes Noop, Bobby Noop. We've been working with some of the phonetics here. Bobby Knopp, Bobby Knoop, Bobby Noop, and the one I like, which has the K and one of the O's silent, Bobby Knopp. You had one right the second time. Here's the pitch to Karl. There it is, 2-3. Right-handed, he chops it to first. Goosen takes it to the bag. Nice play by Goosen, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits. The error by Locker, and he left him on. It was a 2-3 to Knopp right-handed to end that inning. And we're heading now to the ninth. We get to play a full game, full 9 innings, with Chicago trailing now in a 5-4 ball game. And Knopp, oh yeah, in that case, there'd be 2 silent letters, the K and I would say the first O should be silent. Knopp, yes, correct. That is correct. Knopp, yeah. Some say Knopp. It's really a matter of preference, I think. Here's Bob Locker coming in. Isn't that neat? Bob Locker. It just so happens he's due up, and he is a 1WS. You wonder, how can you be a bad hitter, meaning you're a 1, and be a switch hitter, though? You have to practice that. You know, for me, I was a right-handed hitter. I never could imagine batting left-handed. I could practice it, I suppose. Okay, here's Wilbur now, facing Locker. Locker going for the save here with Bainey, the surprising winner of record. Here's Wilbur now. And the pitch to Locker. A 1WS. That's going to be 3-7, and he grounds it to second. And Knop throws him out. That was oh, we're just having fun. I hope he's all right, you know. Bobby Knop. I wish well for almost everybody. You know, that I had such a, you know, being a parent is a big freaking deal. It's my whole life. You know, at this point, 65, all I want is for my son to be happy. Problem is, there's very few happy people in the world. He's still alive. He's 85 years old. He is I think, you know, he went down as a, he finally retired. I guess he was working front office and whatnot. You know, these people get jobs in their retirement which are well paid. You know, especially today. There's so much goddamn money in baseball. The benefits for at least the players, their pension, their lifetime pensions, the minimum salary must be about $800,000 now a year. That means if you ever want to bring somebody up, you got to give them $800,000. Jesus, is that what that means? There's Bobby Knop. And I remember him, not well. Well, Tommy Harper is coming up now. You make a pretty good living, yeah. You got to save your money, invest your money, folks. That's what you got to do if you have that kind of money. So Wilbur will face Harper now. Harper 2 for 4. He singled, stole second, and then came home on Hovley's base hit. He also walked left on. I tried to get a good lead with him, and I didn't. And that's probably why the ratio now is much better, I think. It was a +5. Now with Wilbur and Herman, it is a 0 with Wilbur. It's Wilbur is now no decision. Wait a minute, no, Wilbur is the loser of record. I am so sorry. I forgot to take Nyman's dot away. I keep a running tab of the winner of record and the save. There's Locker, 2 dots with the save. Here's Wood with the loss, and Bainey, the unlikely, with the win. And Wilbur facing Tommy Harper. Tommy has been so popular this season with the Pilots in Seattle. They wrote a song about him. Or somebody did. a song about Harper. Okay, here's Wilbur now. The pitch to Harper. That's 6-6 right-handed. And there's a shot by Tommy into the gap. And that's dropping in left center. And that's picked up by Christian. Bravo got to it also. And that is a stand-up double for Harper, so he doesn't need to steal. Okay. And they'd like nothing more than to get another run or two to reinforce this lead. A one-out double off Wilbur. That's a nice piece of hitting by Harper there. 1-5, look at that. That 20 die is really something. And here comes Hovley now. Hovley has had a good game. 1 for 3 singled. Knocked Harper home. Walked and scored. A great game. As far as my book, 1 for 3. Run batted in. Let's remember McNertney, the grand slam, is the game winner. It was 4-1, and then a grand slammer. It was bases loaded. It was that simple. And here's Hovley now. Wilbur and the pitch. That's going to be a 1-6 left-handed. There's a base hit, non-clutch. This might score Harper now. Wilbur not having a good time there. That's to left. Christian is a 0. Harper, he's rounding. 1-17, they'll let him score. That's just my default, folks. I'm not going to go willy-nilly here, trying to. We'll hold. That's the second time Hovley has knocked home Tommy Harper in this ball game. Isn't that nice? Ain't that sweet? And now Hovley, who's a B, we played around with him with with super advanced stealing. I wonder if it's time to take Wilbur out, give somebody else a chance. Really, I mean, this is his endurance is 3. He's just off. He's just freaking off today. And I hate to see it, and I have hated to see him really struggling this year at times. And they have a god-awful. Danny Murphy is good, and he's rested. It would be a terrible embarrassment. I will let Wilbur stay in and pitch to Comer, and you better freaking get him out. You better freaking... Really? Really, please. And here's Comer now. 0 for 3 and a walk. He has struck out twice. We're gonna... We'll try for the lead on a 16. Why not? Why not try to rub it in their faces, right? Comer trying for the lead, 8. He doesn't get it. And he's not being held. My question, and I'll ask you, Kenyon, again. Do I have to make my commitment? Should I make my commitment of holding or not, and stay with that for the runner the whole time, then decide if you want to get the lead? This is when I'm playing solitaire. I would like to know this. And if any of you are out there listening, that's a question I'm going to ask. because I think what I've done is I've been able to smoke some weed and try to game this thing. Okay, and it shouldn't allow me to do that. There should be a rule that says. So I think tentatively what I need to do is decide if I'm going to hold up front on a questionable. When I start looking, we will hold, and we'll hold Hovley again. He did not get the lead, and what I want to tell you about Hovley is his chances of stealing. And let's just say I'm saying he's not being held. That's 12. 1 to 12. That's what it is. That's if not being held. That is if being held. That is if being held. 1 to 12. He is better if you're not holding him. If he gets the lead. Now, if he gets the lead, Demos would know. Yeah. You couldn't find the answer if I could hold or unhold. But what we're doing here is let's look at him with a lead. That's what this is about. The 16. He does not have a lead. That's him, and he'll be a 0. And the question is, are we holding him? And without a lead, we are holding him. He's a -8. That's a good way to hold, to make it from a 12 to an 8. I wouldn't go on a 12 anyway. So I don't know if I want to hold him when I'm playing solitaire. That's why I think I need a solitaire chart. Now, he is a B, so therefore we'll defer to that and say we'll hold him. If I get mixed up, no lead goes to a lower number. No. No, he does not have a lead, by the way. Let's just move on. We're going to say he's held. Okay, here's Comer now. I need to get a little bit of, I think I just got sort of a mind blower of how to just collapse this entire stealing schema. I like it, but it's also open to questions here, especially when you're going solitaire. I used to roll a die to see if a B would be held. 1, 2, and 3 held, 4, 5, and 6 not held. Now he's a B. Okay, and I think this is a perfect example where you would say, Jeff, to resolve this psychologically, you're going to have to roll to see if he's held. And I am, and he's being held. So I think that's one solution I have to how to game this system, because I don't see them come out and tell you that you can unhold doesn't tell you when you have to hold. The defensive manager decides whether to hold. It says that. Okay? That is after you combine the pitcher and catcher arm. Okay? Maybe that's the order it should be done in. He doesn't have to be held with an asterisk. That means, though, that he'll get a lead automatically if not held. Oh, you're right. You are right. Oh, my God, you are right, Kenyon. He gets the lead automatically, so everything has changed. He gets the lead. He gets the lead. Wait a minute. He's not being held. Wait, he is being held. Oh, shit. Oh. Give me a second. Oh, Isn't it? It's kind of funny how someone like me could just kind of like get the whole thing all messed up into themselves. Uh, it's very self-referential. Let's get back to this. With the asteroid, he gets an automatic lead if not held. Well, I am holding him. And you don't have to hold him, okay? But he's held, he's held, he's held. Because you can see right here, 16. If you don't hold him, he has an automatic. Well, wait a minute. He does not have an automatic lead now, because I've been holding him. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah, I have it written right here. Gets lead if not held. Gets lead if not held. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Then you do pitcher. Yeah, that's exactly when you do it. You get lead if not held. We'll hold him. He will not get the lead. He will be held. We're not sending him. He's being held. He, again, does not have a good lead. He does not have the lead, and so we're not going there. It's a 1-12 being held. Now that makes it even worse. It's a 1-8. Okay? These are 1-8. You can see it's 12 plus 0 for the pitcher and the catcher, and then -4 because he doesn't have a lead. He does not have a lead. It's -4, so it's -8. And here's Comer. Oh, that's Comer. Oh, shit. That's fucking Comer. He has the same thing in a 12. Look at that. They're both 16-12s. Oh, shit. It's Hovley. It's Hovley on first. Can you believe some of the pictures at Taiwan, especially one of these buildings with a glass, just the whole front of it is glass, like none of it's broken, it's tilted. The building is literally tilted in the middle of the air. Here's Wilbur now. The pitch to Comer. So we know that Hovley is being held. Otherwise, he'd have a good lead. That's a trip. That's the weed. Okay. 6'5" right-handed. That's hit well. Oh my! It's hit very damn well, and it's very damn gone. And that'll be it for Wilbur. Oh my! I gotta tell you, I am enjoying the shit out of this game. Oh, I was hoping maybe we'd go to extra innings if the White Sox come back, but that's going to be a home run for Wayne, and he doesn't hit an awful lot of home runs, but he has the power. He had 15. He had freaking 15. And it's a very nice day for the Pilots here. It is now a holy shit, wait a minute. Was that a 3-run home run? Oh no, he scored from Hovley. Yes, I had said it was the second time. Yeah. 3 runs this inning though, and it's 8-4, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And for Comer, let's see how many he's hit. Wayne, with his 14th of the season. I think we said he had 15. Yep, in real world. That is his 14th for Wayne. Enter that in there. Whoa. And that's it for Wilbur. That's it. I don't give a shit if you are the only guy in the world still alive today who is named Wilbur, even though I think there are some others. I don't care if your name is Wilbur Wood or who or what, but you did not, you had a bad day. Let's just put it that way, okay? If I could be nice. He pitched 1 inning. He allowed 4 hits, 2 home runs, a grand slam, and a 2-run home run. He wasn't responsible for 2 of the runs on the grand slam. He ended up allowing 3, 4, 5 runs total. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4 earned. Wilbur did. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They thought they had this game and they took it in real world. Yeah, exactly. Kenyon, absolutely. That is. Let's see who's coming in. Okay. Let's see who the hell is coming in here. Yeah, I was gonna bring in Murphy. You know, at this point, you know, I'm just so disgusted. I'm gonna take the liberty here of going with someone who is really bad, and it's gonna be Don Seacrest. You know, this White Sox team was bad. You gotta check them out, folks. I'm gonna bring Seacrest in. I could bring in Murphy, who's actually good, his card. Here's Murphy, but he only pitched 31 innings, 2.01. He'd be like one of the best relievers in baseball. The only, you know, but with this, where they blow this out like this, they, you know, makes it an 8-4 ball game. Yeah, they came back, Steve. And I'm gonna be, if we get ever done with this half inning, we will. Can I ask you a question, Steve? And Steve, we were debating this, and it's very important to me. We're going to bring Seacrest in, and as he comes in to take his warm-ups, I will actually type it if you're going to still be here for a couple minutes, a few minutes here. Actually, I could close Wood out. Seacrest taking his warm-ups. I am going to just type this out. I'll try to pose this question. If a lead is attained, you must attempt to steal. Okay. You know, I don't know that I've really thought about that enough. If the lead is attained, that's my question. Okay. But, you know, I have all sorts of intense questions like, what if I go for the lead? I don't get it. You know, when do I decide on defense to hold the guy? And can I unhold him at any time? Or do I have to hold him on the at bat? I mean, that's my question. Maybe it's not a good question. Because I have found myself now in a loop, and I think it's just psychological. And I think it's the cannabis. Okay, Seacrest is ready here. I think it's the cannabis. I think I have, I'm feeling good now, but I just think oh shit. Yeah, Seacrest comes in, here's Walton. And there's still only one out. Let's get through this inning. Same with basic, okay. Yeah, but basic, there's less variables. I choose to hold or not. Maybe, yeah. Yes, but I think I'm freaking myself out now, personally. So I think I'm gonna hold out all asteroids. And then I see a C and I say, well, I wouldn't go with a C. And that's really, it's based on 2 stolen bases. You know what I mean? A 20. Oh, you don't hold then, okay. But can I, you know, sometimes if the guy tries, here's my question. If the guy tries to get a lead, here's another way to put it. Oh shit, that first word I got wrong. It's offense, not sense. I really don't want to type that whole thing. I can unhold. Ah, may I unhold even if I was holding? Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Great. Okay, here's Walton. Thanks for the trouble. It's just, I think I got my head into a psychological game. Why would I? Oh. Here's the why. That's my answer, and I don't know if you agree with it or what, but it's hurting my brain. No lead, no hold. In some cases. In some cases. Okay, here's Walton. I'm going to let it go for now because if you take off the hold on an asterisk, he wants him to... Oh, yes, you're right. He does have the good lead. Yeah, that's something I need to get through my head. Let's say, Dan, well, Walton, yeah, you're right. But let's take Walton, for example. We're going to hold him. He's got an asterisk. Now he's at 20. If he gets the lead, but it's only on a 4, you see? It's only on a 4. Now, suppose it were a 4. Now he has the lead, he's at 20. With Sechrist now, he's a +4. This is all new. He's a +4. +5. He's got a B of +5. I call that a battery quotient. I've shortened it to B. Okay. So Sechrist, he's at 25. Just hypothetically, if he's on base, plus he's being held, and he has the lead. So 25, he's at 23, he's at 19. If we're looking over on the other end, and he doesn't get the lead, and he doesn't have the lead now. That's the thing, he does not have the lead. Okay, so it's 11. We're going to go him without a lead, okay? He has, oh yes, he automatically has the lead if I take it off. If I continue to hold him, he'll be in 11. So he's now, work with me now. I wouldn't hold him. Okay, I hope I'm not freaking you out. It's 1 to 11, but look at this. Sechrist is a +5B. 1 to 11, that's 1 to 16. And without the lead, 1 to 12. It's close. Do you see what I'm saying? It's close to say, but I guess I don't hold C's. That's almost a C in basic. So it's very, very, it really hurts the head. But you have to hold an asterisk or they get a good lead. I get you. You have to hold an asterisk. Right, I know that. I know he only gets a lead, but if we don't hold him, then he will get a lead. Okay? Like he said, like Steve said. If not held, he gets lead. And even, you know, he has a pretty good rating. So you have to hold him. It's just, I guess I've overanalyzed it. You have to hold him. Okay, here's Walton now. Any of these people with asterisks. They have a lot of people with asterisks. Okay, Harper. But after this, you don't. Goosen, McNerney, Stanley. It just so happens that these folks have asterisks. Now here's Sechrist now. Finally, with 1 out. Pitch to Walton, 6-9, right-handed, and that's going to be popped up. Whoa! Someone got an out. Morales under it, 2 away. Finally an out, another out. 6-9, right-handed, and here comes Goosen. Goosen has had a very interesting presence here today. Intentionally walked and doubled up. It looked bad back then. Even though they had a 1-0 lead. He also reached on the error by Herman. I think it was an error on a squibber, which contributed to that 4-run inning. He got on for the grand slam. Here's Goosen now. 2 outs, nobody on. Pitch from Sechrist. And that's going to be 410 right-handed. Chops it to third, Goosen does. He chops it. That's 410 right-handed. And it's hit to Harper. Not Harper, I'm so sorry. It's hit to Melton, 326. This could end the inning. It's a 410 to Melton, 326. 326, 19-3. He gets it on a G1. And on E26, he's 6-11-13. E26 right here. And he throws him out. That's a 17 right there. Even I can see that. We have it blown up if needed. So the side is retired finally. It's one of those games. I mean, it's fine with me. I think Seattle's cool. In fact, they're leading the Royals. If you look ahead on if you take a peek, it's 3 runs. Look at that, Buck. Look at that line. 8-4. I love when it's like that. And here's Locker for now for the save, actually. Even all those runs don't mean anything. He certainly, it was only 1 run when he came in. It was 1 frickin' run. And so yep. And there's going to be a hitter for Sechrist. Then it'll be Nonek Williams and Angel Bravo. And I'm going to take a little break here because I'm trying to savor this game. This is a rare evening game. I'm going to take a break for about 5 minutes, give or take, maybe 7. I'm going to say that life is strange, you know, when it's good, it's good, okay? And I spoke to my son today, and I'm 65, my son is 28. I can hardly believe it. I want to say 27. But it is 28. And he's going to be 29. He's going to be frickin' 29 years old. And let me check what you're pointing me out to, Kenyon. And I appreciate your input here tonight and every night. Let me pull out my text. 2311. You know, I think I may remember something like this. Where's 2311? Whoa, wait a minute. 2311. I don't think there is a 2311. Hold on. 23.3. 0.4567. 89. Shit. I don't see an 11, sir. There is no 23.11. Unless it's something that goes way back. No. There is no 23. I'm on a break right now, but Kenyon, I'm not gonna, I'm just going to say I don't see a Rule 23.11. They go up to 23.9, I believe. Let me just double check what the hell I'm looking at here. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's like up at the top. There it is. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah. Thank you. I am so sorry, sir. Yeah, no, I got it. Yep. I got it here. This is good. 23.11. Let me read it. Players who steal often have an asterisk in front of their good lead average. The asterisk indicates that if the defensive manager does not elect to hold, the runner automatically achieves his good lead. Okay, we know that. If a runner does not have an asterisk, or if he has an asterisk but is held, he must roll the two colored dice to determine whether he achieves his good lead. Well, we know that. Okay, if a runner, let me read that again. If you don't have an asterisk, or you're not being held and you have an asterisk, being held, you know, this stuff is designed to make someone go insane. Okay, really. This guy has no asterisk. That means that this is his chance of getting a good lead is a 2. He won't be thrown out if he tries. This will just make you mad. If a runner does not have an asterisk, or if he has an asterisk but is not held on base, he must roll the two colored dice to determine whether he achieves his lead. Yeah, we're not going to even go. We're not going to hold him. And we're not going to, now, he is not going to get a good lead. Okay, you see how long this takes me? This is him with a lead. He does not have a lead. To get a lead, you'd have to roll a 2. He has no S. Yes. And therefore we won't hold him. That first number 20, folks, that may look inviting, but that's with a lead. That means he once got a lead for some reason and got one stolen base. That's exactly what it means. Oh, you're very good. I'm enjoying my break, but that was, you know, I hope you can appreciate Kenyon, the humor in it. It's designed to make me go insane, go out of my mind. But look, I'm having a good time with it. So far, just hold the guy. That's your best bet on defense. Hold people who you think are good, okay? And use the same guideline. As in, I held all A's and double A's, A's, and some B's. Okay, but the B's sometimes I would roll. And I could do it that way. I could make an A. Where is this guy's? Yeah, I mean, here's McNerney again. He's an E, so we would never hold him. Steve, you see that? Just from logic, I think I could play it safe. Don't hold, and he's not going to get a lead. Don't even think about it. You gotta understand, you're very quick. You are very freaking quick, Steve, with this. I don't know how long you've been doing super advanced stealing. I don't really know. But you seem to... Whew. Oh, what a relief. A pretty good day today. Pretty good day today. Especially after talking to my son, everybody. Like I said, I'm taking a break for about 5 minutes just to savor this game a little bit. Hope you understand. Something I like to do. A very nice comeback by the Seattle Pilots. And let me lay you on to something here. Let me lay you on. You probably might have seen it. This is probably the best way. You think there's too many pickoffs, Steve. I remember you saying that. Yeah. In fact, I think I remember you saying it literally, not just typing it, but in a game. If any of you happen to stumble on my landing page, you might catch a gander at my community page, and I posted the standings, updated standings. Yeah, the wild pitches. Oh, well, you're talking the computer game, because I think the wild pitches and pass balls are pretty good in super advanced. They come out just about what you would expect it, right? Okay, and you say Windows version. It is Windows, isn't it? And it's therefore PC, and therefore people like me, iMacs, don't have access to it. That's a shame. But here are your standings, folks. You might as well, if any of you can see this. You just notice that how badly the White Sox have done this year, and they're about on par with how they were as a team. A bit of a surprise is Seattle ahead of KC by 4 games. Oakland and California right where they were, and Minnesota clinching. Cleveland was last. New York has really played underneath. They were like 2 games over 500 in real world, something like that. Senators also had a bit of a better record than this. They were over 500. And they actually were a bunch of games. I think 86, I'm not sure. And of course, Detroit and Boston, I think Red Sox are doing, and even better than they did in real world by a bit. Of course, Orioles have clinched. The big race is in the NL East, and on this very date of games, September 17, in this 1969 replay, the Pirates are in St. Louis. I'm so sorry. The Pirates are in St. Louis for a 2-game series. It's actually, Pirates have been awesome. Kenyon, you're doing a 69. Are your Pirates? Because these Pirates are good. Now, St. Louis has caught up. And I think they've been lucky because their offense kind of puts my feet to sleep, the Cardinals, their offense. They have Gibson and Carlton. And if Bryles pitches well, they can string some wins together. And they are the returning National League champs. And of course, Atlanta, we saw what happened with them. Oh, God. I've given up on the Giants. I have given up on the Giants. In fact, Atlanta's magic number is 10. That's a lot, though. They have anyway, that's where it's at. You're telling me oh, wow. Boy, that would have been nice to have. You know that? Exactly. That would have been nice to have in my league, but unfortunately it isn't. The Cubs have fallen back, and the Mets, everyone wants to talk about it, but I want to say they are being called the most improved team in baseball, along with Houston. They, the Mets are out of it. The Cubs are basically out of it. They haven't been mathematically eliminated, but just about. Houston, 6 games over 500. The Dodgers, they really had problems in the first half of the season, and they have slowly come back in the second half here. Now they're 2 games under, and look, they could catch Cincinnati for sure, and I'm sure they'd want to. Houston, a great story this year. They were 81-81 in real world. They were their first 500 season in franchise history. Well, they're doing a little better than that. The Mets, on the other hand, are a perfect example of something that is not so great on paper and won it all. Well, the Dodgers, you could see the Dodgers 2 games under 500 in mind for, if you want to say, wait a minute, Houston. Oh, really? That's too bad. That's too bad that you're Houston. They're not doing well, huh? Because they're a good team in some ways. First they have Durker. Okay, that's got to be a W. Okay, they have Wilson, Don frickin' Wilson. He throws strikeouts and wins games. Those 2, I think, are 2 very solid pitchers. The Pirates have like 5 starters who are all good, or pretty good, or at least doing good. Luke Walker, Doc Ellis, Steve Blass. I gotta think of 2 more. Luke, Ellis, Blass. Yeah, LeMaster and Griffin, correct. Yeah, those were the days, huh? And, you have the Red Robin, Doug Rader at third, the guy who shit on a cake, allegedly. Whoa! 45 and 74. Holy Christ. Oh, yeah, Moose. Thank you, Moose. And I think there's one more. Again, Doc Ellis, Steve Blass, Luke Walker, Bob Moose. I think there's a 5th. Believe it or not. And none of them are near 20. You know what I'm saying? I think Ellis might be close. Here he is. He has 19. Okay. But I said Walker. I have Moose, Walker, Ellis, and Blass. Moose, Walker, Ellis, and Blass. And Veal, of course. The tasty one. Yes, Veal. That's a pretty good, that reminds me, they're not quite as good, but that reminds me of like the Mets in 86. They had like 6 12-game winners. They had like 6 people with 12 or more wins, which is pretty impressive. Or more, maybe 6 with 14 wins, something like that. I think, they had Darling, Gooden, Fernandez. Can any of you name any more from that 86 Mets team? Darling, Gooden, Fernandez. I don't know if Cone was on the team then. I think he might have been. I'm going to take my break, folks. This does not count toward my break. But it's been fun chatting about all this stuff. And Veal, a tasty delight. I will be back very soon. Definitely going to finish this ball game. 8-4 Seattle, First of a two-game series, September 17 in our 1969 replay, first of this date. First game of a double. Being continued from this afternoon. I'll be back. Bob Ojeda. Oh, yeah. There's more. You had Gooden, Darling, Fernandez, Cone, unless you dispute it, Ojeda. And there was more. I think Ojeda with a J, yeah. And there was Orozco, I believe, from the pen. I'm not sure who else was in the bullpen. I need to step outside for a couple minutes. I'll be back. Hey, I'm back. McDowell. Are you telling me there was a McDowell on the Mets in '86? I didn't know them. Folks, I think I've been trying to hack the advanced stealing with my mind. I think that's really what it is. And it's something that should be unhackable. Okay? That's what I just was outside thinking. And that's a tentative conclusion. I'm trying to do something you can't do. I'm trying to cover for both offense but defense. Trying to unhold when possible. Roger McDowell, was he a spitter? Whoa. I remember that team. I think that's one of the best teams in baseball history, the '86 Mets. I think they were, I'm talking if you had to pick top 10 teams ever. It might be hard to pick, but, you know, top 25 teams ever? Absolutely, don't you think? I'm saying since, say, 1903. I don't know when you want to begin. It's going to be Locker trying to save it. It is an 8-4 game. It's been an enjoyable game. There will be a hitter for Seacrest. Oh, okay. 7, 8, and 1/3. He pitched 2/3. Better than anybody. And we're going to take a look to see who's going to hit. They won 108. Yeah, I remember that. That was some year. You know, and then we all remember, many of us, of course, right? We remember I think it was Mookie Wilson who hit the ball. You know, it was almost a magical. The ball through Buckner. You had to feel terrible for the guy who was really a damn good hitter all his career. I don't know if he was, maybe he was, I think he was a good fielder in his prime. And what was he doing at first? That's the big question. You know what I'm saying? What the hell was he even doing? Coming up to hit will be Gale Hopkins, a left-handed hitter. Oh, there was a lot of cocaine on that team. Was Keith on that team? And hadn't Keith stopped doing cocaine by then, Bill? He's a +1, by the way. Locker, it's hard to see here. His battery quotient. He has like no chance to get a lead, and if he does get a lead, he's a 1-14, 1-12 if held. Even if he gets a lead, he's a 1-12 if held. Okay, but his chances are minimal. We're not going to hold him. Yeah, Darryl. Oh, Darryl and Gooden. Okay. I know that Keith, Keith, when he was on the Cardinals, he did cocaine. There's no doubt about it. It came out. I don't know. Was Keith on that team, that '86 team? I think he was, wasn't he? I don't know. That's, maybe he did. Maybe he frickin' did. But I'm trying to hack it here. This is a guy, it's not worth a waste, it's a waste of time. But I'm just looking to see that if you try to, that's with a lead. Don't forget, Jeff, that's with a lead. He's not going to get a lead. Okay, that's what he is. Don't forget, these people who are not going to get leads are going to be here without being held. Now he's a 1 to 14. That's better than a B. So the question is, but he does not have a lead. Okay, why not always try for a lead? Okay, because then you have to go on 1 to 14. Okay, then you have to go on 1 to 14. Any of you know that Tesla commercial? I know Kenyon. I know that. That's why it's ridiculous. Any of you know that Tesla commercial where there's this guy? He looks Indian American, you know, and he comes out and they talk about his plaque psoriasis, and he's at a movie theater, and they treat it like a grand opening, like everybody notices, and then he has a girlfriend, and he looks at a picture of her, and she is a young black woman, and I think very cute. Roll of 4, he has to go. Yeah, roll of 4, he has to go. And then what we have here, this is the problem, is he has a 1 to 13. He's a +1 on the B quotient. That's 1 to 14. And he'll be a -2. A 1 to 12. Okay, so I'm not going to do it. Anyway, but let's just have this. Let's get this over with. I'm really blowing my mind. He grounds to first. Goosen takes it to the bag, 1 away. Oh, yeah. It's just, maybe there are cases where there are players who are more obvious. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there are cases where it's much more obvious. Walt Williams. Walt Williams 1 for 3 today. He's walked and scored, knocked in a run. Here's Locker now. The wind up and the pitch to Williams. That's going to be 5-5, right-handed, grounds it to short. Euler to Goosen, 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th. And Angel Bravo comes up. Got to game the system. Now this one, this is without a lead. He's good with the lead. Look at this. And he's a C. So we would hold him. He would try to get the lead, but he has very little chance. But you would hold him. No ifs, ands, or buts. Because he'd be without the lead, he's going to be a 1 to 16, 1 to 17. Okay, if not held. Actually, if even if held, he's going to be a 1 to 16 +1, 1 to 17. If held. This is without a lead. But if you hold him, he gets a lead. He automatically does not get the lead, but you could roll for it. If you don't hold him, you're just going to add. What you're going to do is you're going to add 1. It's going to be 1 to 21, 1 to 19. Okay, 1 to 19. This is if he is you know, it's designed to make me go insane, folks. I really think so. I think that's what it's designed to do. Roll 4, he has to go. Don't hold him, he gets a lead. Automatic. Don't hold him, gets a lead. So he really has to be held, because the implication is if he's not held, and that means he does not get a lead, then he has to roll for it. That should end the discussion right there when you see a 20 on a lead. That should be it there, asterisk 20. Okay, it's that simple. You can blow your mind out trying to get into the logic. Maybe it'll be more comfortable with me someday, but here's Bravo at the plate. It's not comfortable now. 111 right-handed, pops it up left side by third. Now it's veering into foul territory and is going by the stands, and Harper on the stands makes the catch, and he grabs a nacho from a fan. He makes the catch in foul territory, and then almost simultaneously, you have to see it to believe it, he grabbed from a plate of nachos. That's the first time that ever frickin' happened for me. Holy cow. Let's look at that again. 111 right-handed. What a way! What a way to finish! Oh, Tommy Harper, who stole a base and scored, doubled and scored, finishes it off in quite in style. Let's just put it that way. The final here from Comiskey tonight. Seattle 8, Chicago 4. Quite a big comeback for the thank you for the game. Quite a comeback for the Pilots tonight. The win goes to very unlikely Bainey, Dick Bainey. And Locker gets the save. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that was great, Bill Ivanby. That was just awesome. The final line, Seattle 8 runs, 9 hits. They made 2 errors, and Chicago had 4 runs on 6 hits and 1 error. Great ball game. It seems like maybe that stuff's, with Harper, it's much easier. Okay? I'll leave you with this. Let's suppose Harper gets on first, and Sechrist is the pitcher. Sechrist has a +5 rating. First, you're going to hold him, Okay? So there you go. He's held. He's going to try to get the lead. We don't have to waste time. And 2-6. He gets the lead. And he is a 1-19 with a lead. +5, 1-24. That's with Sechrist and Herman, 25. and minus 223 will make him 1-19. Okay, and he's going to go. He's going to go on Sechrist. He's going to go on Herman, and he's going to steal bases. And that's how he stole 73. When you do just double A, you have a 1-15 being held, and that's it. You have you have 1-16. Okay, I'm sorry, 1-16 with Herman. So it's 1-16 versus 1-19 with Sechrist. Plus, you don't have the -2 if held. We did our own -2. Oh yeah, with or without the lead. Okay, yeah, you're right. That's a good point. 15 without a lead. Let me look at that. 15 without a lead, plus 5. That's 20. 20. Plus 5. That's 20. And then we're going to go -4. That's a 1-16. I'll just leave this out as a question. That Harper would be a 1-16 without a lead. Again, 1-15 plus 5. That's 1-20. And being held without the lead, 1-20, -4. 1-16. Don't hold them on. Well, the game's over. Okay, the game is. I think you might have known that, but we'll continue the voyage. I should say it is a the voyage of learning. I could feel like I really don't have it in my bones yet. It's not natural to me, but it will be. And I want to thank you all for being here. Kenyon Gray, Bill Ivamy, Steve Aquilung was here tonight. This is all in live text. I know there's some of you who have been here and have not texted, so I wouldn't know you're here, and that's fine if you want to do that. I say stay strong, stay well. Game 2 will be tomorrow for this doubleheader, and it is just this, a 2-game series, a 1-day doubleheader. Stay well, everybody, and I'll catch you all next time. You know, you may have a point. You may have a point. I think it's going to take me time. I think it's just going to take some time. You know, Kenyon, I think you have a good point there. Make up my own schema. Make up my own schema for how I would use the rules in solitaire. They don't teach you how to do this in solitaire. They don't. The thing I think I need to get through my head is that what it really comes down to is you're going to get anywhere from 2 to 4 taken off if held. And for you not to hold someone, you got to say, I can afford to lose 2 with a lead. If I'm the, if I'm the runner, if I'm the defense, just know that it would be -2 or -4 without a lead. But I gotta tell you, it really does. It really does. It hurts my head a bit, just a little. It leaves my head just a little sore. You all have a good night, okay? You all have a good night.